Well, here we are at Cat Bar Island, out of Halin Bay. Hi, and thanks for coming back to the channel. This episode's all about Cat Bar Island, episode 11. But before we continue on, just a bit of a recap from episode 10. That's the homestay we had, then departing the village en route to Cat Bar Island via the ferry. On the way, we've got the stuff on the bike. We've seen through our travels through Vietnam, and just be mindful of the safety gear required at home or whatever. Here we are carrying some dirt. You're not quite sure what permits you've got for that one. The young fella, no helmet for mum, certainly a little cloth hat for the young fella asleep in the back. Uber driver, carrying some groceries, doing a delivery. And again, cardboard boxes and a container of something. It's more the helmets and the safety footwear and everything else that's been here. You've got plenty of straps holding that load on. And of course we've got the tree. Young fellas, I've seen a lot more. I've seen 5 on a bike, but here's one with 3. The 2 older ones have the helmet, but the young bub's got the cloth hat. Then obviously this young fella with no helmet, no shoes, with bamboo. Lucky last, poor old pig. He's still alive, so I'm not sure if he's out for a Sunday ride or on the way to the slaughterhouse. Hello viewers, I've got young Rob and Simon with me. Enjoyed it?
Very much so, yeah.
Any highlights you can think of? I know we've still got a few days of value for money, you think?
Yeah, good value for money.
So you can watch all of that interview on episode 10, but here we are, this episode 11, is about Cat Bar Island, and here we are on the ferry heading from the mainland to Cat Bar Island for continuation for episode 11. And a few photos taken en route on the ferry as we cross over to Cat Bar Island, but I'll leave you to it. Here we are, episode 11. Well, here we are at Cat Bar Island, out of Halin Bay. Well, this is the next day. We arrived yesterday afternoon, time we unpacked and settled in, went down into the town for a dinner. But the following day, here we are, on the boat for the day. Some have swum across, others have got the canoes and paddled across. There's another boat doing the same thing with a different group. That little boat there is a working fishing boat. But no, spectacular, just unfortunately it was overcast. Warm, but overcast. Anyway, let's put the drone up. Alright, I'll put the drone up for you. You can get a view of this magnificent, spectacular country and a bit of background music. go, we've done our little boat trip, canoe ride, got some drone footage for you, and we're now slowly coming back to the port. It's a floating fishing village. All fishermen live out here for the fishing season. There are a couple of bigger boats trying to get them through passageway back to the port. Well, here we are coming back into Cat Bar Island port or docking area, having been on the boat for the day. Very pleasant, just a little bit overcast, and might finish the day off in the infinity pool. Here we are at the infinity pool last afternoon. This actually is a 5-star hotel. Obviously we're having an upgrade for all the reasons why through the trip. Cooney managed to finish off the last couple of days here at Cat Bar Island. This hotel, we had a good look through the room, and here we are. I was going to go for a swim, but to be honest, it's too cold for me. But El Presidente is in. We've got a flower garden. I see. Come and talk to the camera there, Big Ken. Oh, here he gets closer and closer and closer. Better than that. And he's had a trim too. You'll see the beard's a little bit different shape from before. Had a good trip? Enjoyed it?
Yeah, very good trip. Yeah, lovely trip. Tiring trip. Bit sore. Couple of drops that were a bit unexpected, but yeah, no, recommended.
Looking forward to going home, aren't we?
We am, and looking forward to a nice steak.
Big T-bone steak followed by battered fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chips, battered fish and chips, and T-bone steak. But yeah, the food is yeah, not your average Thai food, but yeah, in all, very well organised trip.
Yeah,
recommended.
That's final words from El Presidente. Ken from the president of the Ulysses Club. All right, I'll leave you to it. We'll catch you later. Just walking down for dinner at Cat Bar Island last night before we head off. I just want to say the street, if I could. Hopefully it comes up better on the camera. Beautiful, everything's lit up. That's that street. And there's a second side street which actually goes around a, well, there's a bay. I've got those trees up in green and changing colours, white snowdrops. And as we wander around a little bit, it's the biggest island of the 3,000 islands they have, but very, very little agriculture because of the terrain. They really just rely on, and initially it was fishing, but now is obviously tourism is here. I think they recognise the tourist dollar, and they're making a big effort to get us here and spend. Anyway, we're in for dinner. The last in a couple will actually leave tomorrow, so although we've got another dinner tomorrow night that's back in Harlan, at Hanoi, sorry. This is, we're going to call one of the final dinners with all the group. All right, I shall speak to you later. Bye. Well, we've had dinner and very nice too, but too lazy to walk back, so we're in the taxi, and hopefully more so you can appreciate these street lights, see coloured lights up and down. They've really made an effort. It looks lovely. Looks better in real life.
Here we go. This time. 1, 2, 3. Good times never feel so good. So good, so good, so good.
Good morning, viewers. Yeah, last day. Really, or second last day if you count. Tomorrow morning we head off. We sleep one more night at Hanoi and then head off to the airport tomorrow morning for a midday-ish flight out. So last day on Cat Bay Island. If you look over my shoulder, you'll see the hotel that we've stayed in, the Flamingo. This is the Flamingo Cat Bar Beach Resort, is what they've called it. And very nice it is. You can see, what is it, the blue building-ish? A little bit of a yellow one. That's part of the hotel. Joined by a skywalk, and then a third building even further around the cove, which is apartments or self-contained apartments. So you've got two buildings of hotel rooms and one of apartments. Very 5-star hotel, very nice. No complaints, food's good, nice beds, all the stuff to go with it, and very pleasant. Wonderful time, but I think we're all ready to go home now that you know you're going home. You just want to be there. Nothing like your own bed. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Just wanted to leave you a photo of my roommate for the trip. As you can see, it wasn't all beer and skittles. A few photos I got around Cat Bar Island before we departed, and our ferry trip and bus trip back unfortunately got corrupted, so they're not available. But here we are on the ferry departing Cat Bar Island for the mainland, then on a bus up to Hanoi. And here we are back in Hanoi. Just a reminder of how the traffic was and the hustle and bustle of a big city. 8 million people, I believe, in Hanoi, and 5 million registered motorbikes. And our last dinner, off for a walk for our last meal for the night, or for the stay, for the trip. And again, just the hustle and bustle and the street lights of Hanoi City. We'll finish off at a rooftop bar for a little drinky poo. And again, this is the next day, in the morning of our departure. Just a bit of a quick walk around Hanoi City, and here we saw some girls doing their bit of exercise by the big lake we saw from the rooftop bar the night before. Here's a cathedral, quite impressive. Just a little laneway and living conditions, someone's house. Buy your groceries off the push bike, meat off the sidewalk, and brooms off the back of a bike. And if you want to finish off with a coffee, you can have an egg coffee. Well, that, my friends, is the end of our Vietnam motorbike trip. Ended up with 11 episodes, so hope you've enjoyed them all. Thanks for coming along for the ride, really do appreciate it. Vietnam is just such a lovely, beautiful country, friendly people, good value for money. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll go back there again and do it all over again one day. I'm hoping this plane's going to take off soon, because it's been running on this runway for a while. But there we go, we finally got up in the air, and a little bit of an oversight of the city or the country from the air. But no, again, thanks very much. If you've enjoyed the views and this episode, a like would be great. Subscribe to the channel would be even better. Thank you very much. And a comment, any comments, I certainly try and get back to you and reply. But I really do appreciate you coming along for this adventure for our motorbike trip in Vietnam. Again, thoroughly enjoyed it, had a fantastic trip. And I wish you all the very best, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Thank you, bye.